What is up, guys? The King of Bonk Style, Jojo Valvano here. I'm here doing TNA wrestling from August 13th, 2026. I was waiting for Brandon. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe his power went out or something, but if anything, he might jump on when this is live. If not, he'll be here tomorrow. But I figured I'll just do it because I did watch the show and it was a solid show tonight. Like, it wasn't the best show, but I still thought there was some good stuff. But Ricky Sosa took on Brian Myers, which was a decent little match. It was kind of like about 10 minutes. The right winner won. Ricky Sosa beat Brian Myers. But then they all started beating him up. And then out comes Leon Slater to save him like normal. He also saved him in the match, which is the reason Ricky Sosa won. I love Ricky Sosa. I'm a big fan of his, so I'm glad he won the match. Brian Myers, I don't really care much about, but they did announce later on something crazy with Lethal Lockdown. I'll get to that, but the next thing after that was, I believe it was Rich Swann having a promo where he basically was talking about who his tag team partner is. It's a mystery. The lady wanted to know who it was, the announcer, and he was like, "You'll find out when everybody else finds out," which that was decent. Another segment that I thought was cool was AJ Francis. He was basically in his rapping room where he raps and records stuff, and he basically was talking with his buddy, and then out comes Elijah, not Elijah. He shows up, but then it's basically like a dream or something because he's not even there. And then AJ's friend is literally like, "What are you doing?" He opens the door and then disappears. And then they're gonna have a steel cage match, which should be a decent match. They had a good match last time. It's just, I don't know. This segment didn't do really much for me. Like, probably the only thing about this first hour I didn't really care about was this segment, even though I know the match will deliver. AJ versus Elias, whatever you want to call him. But it was a fine segment. Nothing I hated, but I could have went without it. Now I enjoyed this segment. Moose. He came out dressed as Frankie. He had the whole entire everything that Frankie does. He even has his face of the franchise stuff, and then basically that's Moose talking as Frankie, and it was a good segment. Like, basically in the end, Frankie comes out, starts cutting a decent little promo to Moose, but Moose basically beats the shit out of him in the end. Literally beats the shit out of him. Like, it was a good segment. Like, I'm a big fan of Moose and Frankie, and I love both of them. And it's going to be an Escape the Cage match at Lockdown, which that should be a good match. But also, Moose was attacked, and they didn't know who exactly it was. It could be Frankie. It could be somebody else debuting. Who knows? But Moose was laid out. And I don't think it was Frankie. I really don't. I think it's going to be revealed it was somebody bigger. Maybe it was Malachi. Who knows? Who knows? Or maybe the Wyatt Six member or something. I don't know. But I don't think it was Frankie. I really don't. Because he got his ass whooped by Moose. So I don't think it was him. But that was a good segment that I did like. Moose is a franchise player. Frankie's awesome, so they're two of my favorites. So that should be a great match at the pay-per-view. Then we had a six-man tag. It was the Order 3 guys, basically. Agent Zero, I believe his name is. Skyler is the other dude, and then Elijah's. Oh my. Why can I say this without botching it? Oh my god. Ali. Botchamania right there. Ali, Skyler, and Agent Zero. They took on. It was the returning Trey Miguel and Rich Swann, and then OD, whatever his name is, but it was a six-man tag, and Trey Miguel returned, and I'm glad he returned. I thought it would be somebody else, but you know what? I'm fine with Trey Miguel. So he got the win, and it was a decent six-man tag. Nothing like, oh my gosh, you have to go watch, but it was fine for what it was. after the match, literally gets Trey Miguel gets just choke slammed, and then he gets choke slammed again, and then Ali's about to do his move. Oh, there's Brandon.
Go. All right, I'm ready, buddy.
We're live already.
I wasn't live. I just got here.
It's been live, bro. You never even texted me. I didn't know when you were showing up.
That's because I watch TNA on my phone.
Well, I thought we were going live for it though. We're gonna have to redo this. You don't see the end stream?
No, I wasn't paying attention to it.
Yeah, we're live right now.
Whoops. Well, hello, everybody.
You really don't see the end stream?
I do now. I wasn't paying attention to it.
Did you even watch TNA though? You told me you kind
Oh,
of didn't
no.
watch.
I put on the main event.
Did you think it was a good match?
Hell no, I was pissed off. Jeff Hardy lost. Like, how are you going to have the best guy in the entire company lose? That just blows my mind.
I knew he wasn't gonna win.
How? How does a mid-carder? How does a mid-carder beat a main eventer?
This wasn't even a live show. You really thought he was gonna win the title on a taped show?
I forget that about TNA. But I had it in my heart that it was 2009 all over again. All right? Jeff Hardy was going to climb the mountain one more time. You know, he hasn't been a TNA champion since 2012. All right? It's been that long, Joe. All right? And I thought they care about us fans. So here I was, Joe. I had my Jeff Hardy everything on at first, actually. And guess who was severely disappointed? Guess who was made to look like a fool?
That's your own fault, man. You should have known Jeff was not gonna win. He's in a feud.
I know he's in a feud, but he's the best guy they have on the roster.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy. I'm sorry. He's the past. He is not the greatest on the roster right now. You're crazy.
Name me one person better.
Moose.
Oh, come on. That mid-carder has never sold $1 in his entire career, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy.
You're stuck in the past. I can tell. You're stuck in the past with these wrestlers. Well, I'm trying to be stuck in the future at least.
I know I tried to get you to cheer Roman Reigns for like 10 years.
He's not the future.
He's the present.
Oh my gosh. Maybe right now, but he's been going for 10 years and longer.
Yeah. And who else is going that strong? Not LA Knight, no.
He's going to lose at Money in the Bank. I already know. Unlike you, I'm not going to prepare myself to be disappointed like I normally am.
Oh, come on, Joe. I already know when Money in the Bank happens, right? I already know. I hear it in my head right now. LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight.
But he's going to lose. Like, I'm not going to put myself into that no more.
And if he, and let's just say he does win, for the sake of this, let's say he does win.
I just don't see it. Whoever wins that contract is cashing in. But that's all I'm going to say. Someone's going to ruin LA Knight's moment.
Okay. But, Solo Sikoa is now back with the family.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about all that, but Zilla
And
Fatu's on NXT.
right. And so, bro, and just when you thought Roman Reigns' family would stop, we got more.
There was like I seen like it was the highest rated NXT debut for Zilla Fatu.
Yes.
It was like I forgot what number it was at, but it was like 12 million, maybe more now.
And bro, this is one where Zilla, I knew Zilla Fatu was over on the Independence. I didn't think when he actually showed up, were people going to care. Genuinely, I did not know.
Me either, and they did. Like they went crazy for Zilla Fatu in NXT, and it
But I
still
guess
doesn't.
he's Umaga's son,
Yeah,
and he's also the brother of Jacob Fatu.
so that's also Umaga's son. That's crazy. Jacob is Umaga's son. That just
Mhm.
shocks me. But then it doesn't, because when he does all this, that's what
Right.
Umaga did.
And now that I think I hear it out loud, Samoan werewolf, Samoan bulldozer.
Yeah, makes
Right.
sense. Damn. But like Zilla and Jacob are two badasses on their own. Now you're gonna put them together. Oh my gosh,
Dude, the last time they tag teamed together was in the House of Glory.
that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
And also, a never new hire. According to WWE's internal roster list, Aaliyah Mysterio is on the WWE roster.
And I think she has her full name. It's not the Mysterio last name, I don't believe. It's like,
So she'd be going as Aaliyah Gutierrez.
yeah,
Oh, I don't like that.
me either. I don't. It's the last name that really just kind of like I'm fine with Aaliyah.
Like,
Like I don't know.
imagine instead of Rey Mysterio, we got Oscar Gutierrez.
Do you think
Oscar.
Aaliyah's gonna do good? Like honestly, I know it's too soon to really say it, but like, do you have any expectations for her?
It's hard to say, right? It's hard to say because when Dominic first came on the scene, I didn't have any hopes for him at all. I didn't think he would be in WWE for 2 years. All right. And now here he is, right? So that's one where only time will tell, I believe. But I'm excited for her nonetheless, personally. Just like I want to see Eddie's daughter make it to WWE, bro.
Yeah.
I think that would be epic to see a Guerrero and a Mysterio in the women's division.
That'd be something.
And the crazy thing is, I feel like where Dom would not have succeeded as a white meat babyface, I feel like Aaliyah would.
I want to see her as a heel. Maybe just because I like heels better, but I think if she listens to her big brother, she'll go places. But if she listens to her deadbeat dad, well, she'll be wearing a mask.
All right, bro. Think about this. Imagine what Dom's career would have been if he would have never turned heel.
It would have been bad. And I'm glad he did. I'm glad he smacked Ray in the face and he kicked Edge right in the dick.
That's right.
And he became a real man.
What?
I ate the gummy, literally, bro, as I went live because I was waiting for you. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know if I should go. And then I just did anyways. I literally said in the beginning that Brandon's probably going to pop up just saying, and of course you did.
Dude, I didn't even know you were live, dude. I had just seen Jeff Hardy get pinned and I was pissed the fuck off. Like, dude, I can't explain to you. I cannot put in enough words to you. Okay, how pissed off I was. All right. And then I was like, oh fuck, I'm still wearing my work clothes. So then I went to go change my shirt and poured me a glass of milk because I grabbed a brownie when I was in the house.
What?
What? And fucking I come into the restream and then I'm waiting a few minutes in the wrong chat and then I realized it said Monday Night Raw and then I was like, oh fuck. So then I backed out, came into this chat and I didn't even know you were live.
Yeah, I literally seen you pop up. I'm like, oh, there he is. Like, never mind. Like, I was happy about that, honestly, because, like, it was This would have been a quicker review if you didn't show up. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, and that's fair. You know, because from what you had told me, about TNA, it sound I'm gonna say it from how it sounded in the text message. It sounded like I didn't miss much.
It wasn't like a bad episode, but like the highlights, if I have to tell you, are Jeff and Nick for the world title. Miss or not Miss, I don't know why I say Miss. M versus Indy Hartwell was really good.
Please tell me M1.
Yes, you did.
Oh, thank you.
But bro, this was a horrible or not a match, but this was a horrible segment with Elena and Zaya Brookside. They're
Why is that?
slapping each other so terribly bad. They stop, look at each other.
Is it one of those things where you can tell it's fake?
Yeah, like dude, don't watch this clip. It was so bad. But I did like how they were brawling into the crowd. I thought that was a little bit of a better slap. But the way they were doing this, it was so bad, bro. I'm being honest. I love both of them, but that's all they were doing. It was bad.
Oh, Joe. And you know, and that's one where sometimes they make it very hard to be a fan.
I like both women, but that was
And,
nuts.
I'm really talking more towards Elena, bro. Like you notice as well as I do, her work ethic sucks. Honestly, bro, she cannot cut a promo. She has never had one interesting storyline. Um, I don't think she's ever been a top 10 merch seller.
I don't think she's the worst, but
genuinely, bro, I can tell she may not be the worst, but I can tell you 50 people better than her. And bro, I think that's one where, truthfully, like if she were to leave wrestling tomorrow and be done, I would not care.
I think she has already, but the world didn't die or anything.
Right. And so, I mean, that's one where, truthfully, you know, I know John Cena said never give up, but just give up.
I did also enjoy Casey versus Eddie, even though this match was kind of like, it really wasn't the match. It was what happened after. Casey won in like 4 minutes using the kendo stick. And then then the system comes out, beats them down, and out comes Jada Stone, Ricky Sosa, I believe Ricky Sosa, and somebody else. I forgot who it was. And then Santino would come out and announce basically lethal lockdown with weapons involving all these people at the pay-per-view. So I thought that was good. Lethal lockdown is cool. So I'm fine with that.
Is Jay Lethal going to be in the match?
No, he's an AEW.
Oh,
that's
damn. I just don't feel like we can have a lethal lockdown without Jay Lethal.
Makes sense. But like, I also I know you didn't like the match because of how the ending happened. But honestly, Jeff versus Nick was a good match.
It was good, but however, you know, the ending is what you know. Think about it like this, Joe. Think about it like this. Imagine you have a piece of cake, okay, and imagine it was a really good piece of cake, but you get to the last bite of that piece of cake and there's mold on it. Okay, well, do you understand? All right, it's not about how good the cake was. It's about what did it leave you with. All right, and what it left me with was disappointment, sadness, anger, and rage. Okay, and honestly, Joe, I looked at my sister and said, I'm glad I did not watch this whole show, because if I would have watched this whole show and gave up 2 hours of my life for this, I would have shot myself.
But you can't hate on the other matches just because the ending wasn't the way you want. Like the stuff, like I don't like that though.
I mean, like Joe, like why do I watch TNA at all? Jeff Hardy, okay. Why does
there's other stars?
Why does TNA make money? Jeff Hardy. All right. And bro, you know everybody else they're okay. You know, I'm surprised they're not on the independents getting $20 on a hot dog, but you know they're there, right? But then you have Jeff Hardy, all right, and Matt, I guess, yeah, all right. But Jeff Hardy, man, all right, and you put him in the main event, all right. He comes out to a Never Me, fucking awesome, right?
I love that song.
All right. And what did we do? Oh, I know what we're going to do, pal. We're going to have him lose to a guy who couldn't even be the top 5 guy in WWE. Yeah.
But he could. That's the thing. They didn't push him. Every time he would get that ball, bro, they made him drop it. That's not Dolph's fault.
Bro,
That's the WWE.
50% of it is the creative. 50% of it is the wrestler. All right? And I'm going to be honest with you. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. All right, Nick is good. All right, but I believe there's a difference between good and great. All right, see, Nick can make good money. Okay, Jeff Hardy can make great money. Okay, and like honestly, let's go back to their first match, 2009, for example. Like, sure, Ziggler was good in the ring, but nobody gave a fuck. All right, he was the "I am perfection"
I
dude.
like that song.
Hated him. Okay, I
because he
thought
was a bad guy.
exactly, and he was with Icky Vicky, and I wanted him fired probably within the first 6 months of his Dolph Ziggler character. All right, but Jeff Hardy, on the other hand, world-renowned superstar, WWE champion, world heavyweight champion, multi-time tag champion, intercontinental champion. All right, brother. This was the year of Jeff Hardy, bro. All right, bigger than Obama. All right, and who won that match? Jeff Hardy. All right, the next time they would face each other, all right, you know who'd win? Jeff Hardy. All right.
That's why this should have told you, bro. Just like Seth and Roman, this should have told you, and you told me that. You told me that.
It's different when it's Seth because Seth is like the third best in the Shield. It was always Dean, Roman, Seth.
Okay, at
Okay.
least you said Dean, Roman, Seth. I still would say Dean, Seth, Roman, but that's just me.
Seth was always like the other guy in the Shield to me. Okay. And that's why, like, I wasn't as sad when the Shield broke up. I was pissed off. All right.
I was happy.
And, bro, I don't know how you could be happy on that.
I
And then
wanted Seth to smack him with the chair.
bro, was it, if you go back to that time a couple months ago, Seth Rollins was the reason that the Shield didn't break up. If you remember when Dean and Roman were fighting.
Do you remember that one kid that was sitting at the rig side? No, Seth, no!
Don't do it, damn it! Yes, I
Scare
remember.
That one dude.
Yes, I remember, bro. All right.
You.
Yes, that was me with Ziggler in this match. Don't do it, Ziggles. All right. You know he could have lost the title. All right. And because Joe, like honestly, what loser do they have on the company now that would beat fucking Dolph Ziggler?
Dude, I don't even know who he's rivaling with. Like, other than Jeff Hardy, like, who else is on this roster, really? Like,
All right, you said Moose earlier.
yeah, but Moose is doing something, and, like, somebody took him out now, so it's like, I don't know what he's doing after he beats Frankie, because I don't think it was Frankie that
All right, what about Cruz Montana?
I almost said who, but never mind, that's Mike Sanson. That's NXT!
Okay. Um,
Who is else on TNA that is a star?
Elias.
I was about to say Ali. I keep messing his name up. Ali needs to go.
Ali would never be a world champion.
Dude, yes he would. He's killing.
Bro,
if you said anybody's got the best year, it's Ali.
He does as a mid card guy. All right. But here's the thing good and great, right? Let's remember good and great. All right. Mustafa Ali will never be good enough to be the world champion. Now, let's talk about the best wrestler on the roster besides Jeff Hardy the phenomenal AJ Francis. All right. There's another guy. It's damn sure not going to be Casey Navarro.
I don't know who else. Like, they gotta bring in some more people because, like, if it ain't Moose, it wasn't Jeff Hardy. Like,
then who is it?
And Dolph or Nick is a heel, and Ali.
What if it's my little brother?
Oh no! It's got to be like a debut or something. They got to bring in some bigger stars because, like, even though I didn't think this show was terrible or bad or anything like that, there still wasn't like stars other than like Jeff and Nick in the main event. Like,
All right, I got one more for you. The Blueprint Matt Morgan.
I miss him.
Me too.
Why can't he, dude? I'm gonna say this right now because I've watched his WWE career and his TNA career. Awful WWE career, great TNA career. Just saying.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. That's fair. But no, just my problem with TNA. It's kind of like my problem with NXT. Truthfully, there's no stars on the roster.
Other than Zali, I almost said Zali. My gosh,
Zali.
I don't know who that is. Zilla. I don't know how I get Zali and Zilla. Zilla is the biggest star on NXT now.
Oh, 100%. Now, but here's the thing, though. Everybody else is a jobber. All
I would
right.
say the second would be Mike Santana. I don't think he's also a bad
Who?
name, but Cruz Montana, whatever.
That's right, the brother of Hannah.
Gosh.
All right.
No, I don't want to get into that name, but
What? Hannah Montana, Cruz Montana?
gosh, I get that he wanted that for his, I think his dad or something like that. I read, that's awesome about that, but I just can't say this name and see a world champion. I'm sorry, I can't.
All right, all right. What about Jackson Briggs? Yeah.
Who? Is that the
Exactly.
guy from Forgotten Sons?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Okay, what about
I don't remember that.
what about that little 22-year-old kid who just said Maven sucks?
Are we talking about TNA still or another company?
No, we're talking about NXT.
I don't watch NXT though, so like I don't care about NXT.
All right, well, TNA and NXT though are under the same boat though. They ain't got no talent.
Yeah, I will say that, but I still think TNA puts out better matches and stuff than NXT. I can get to a TNA compared to an NXT.
I know, but I just feel like right now the only two companies worth probably giving a fuck about is main roster WWE and AEW, and AEW's kicking their ass.
Yeah, but I gotta say though, I watched over Jericho's match. What the hell was he doing, bro? He missed the code breaker or botched it or something.
I seen that.
And then he brought Kevin Knight because like Don Callis was right here, and Jericho's just like walking over to him, and then just bends like this and boop. That was bad. I forgot to call that out yesterday. I meant to do that too, but I get a little high sometimes and I forget.
You damn pothead.
I really didn't mean to say that because that. What is like what?
I mean, you know,
Still a good match, but
still a good match, but no, I noticed he was getting a little sloppy out there in the ring, kind of like a Jade Cargill match.
That's probably the worst part of Dynamite last night. Like that spot was probably the worst.
And then, but Joe, speaking of Jade Cargill, you get her tomorrow.
Watch Cargill.
Yeah, you remember how last week was so good?
I'm telling you this right now. If SmackDown ends up sucking so bad, I'm saying it right now, we're watching Collision on Saturday.
I mean, I don't think Collision's disappointed me so far. Because, like, Collision's like one of those shows where it's, don't get me wrong, it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
All right. But however, and when you look at, like, say, Dynamite, I'm not Dynamite, I'm sorry, NXT, TNA, hell, even sometimes Monday Night Raw, Collision's not that bad.
I feel like it's just wrestling. Like there's some sort of stories, but it's mainly wrestling matches that aren't bad. It's just like not also the stuff you want to see either.
Right, and maybe that's where I'm too much of an entertainment guy, too much of an E person.
And also though, bro, so you know how I said Swerve will neither pick the New Day or Motor City? There's a third option.
Okay.
Bobby and Shelton.
Yeah, because they are back. Well, at least they were backstage.
They're on Collision, and they're teaming together with Shane Taylor Promotion. What are we doing?
Ooh.
That's an awful team to be around. That's jobber status.
But it has potential. That's the problem. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It would have a lot of work. You'd have to put a lot of work into it, but it does have potential.
Just get the Hurt Syndicate off Collision and put them on Wednesdays. Problem solved.
I don't
Because
know
we
if they'll
hurt
be.
people.
I don't know if they. I don't know if they're going to do that again, brother.
I hope they do because they should not be on Collision. Like Collision is not watched as much as obviously Dynamite. So have them on the better show. Like
No, then they would be on Monday Night Raw.
good one. Oh man. Oh no. Kofi trademarked his name though. I seen.
Who?
Kofi. Did you see it?
I did not, but I'm not surprised because Kofi Kingston, the reason why he would be allowed to keep his name is because he used the name before coming to WWE. When he was on the Independence, it was a different iteration of Kofi Kingston. I can't remember the middle name he had with it, but it was Kofi something Kingston. And so because he used that name outside of WWE, I'm not surprised that he's able to keep it. But however, Xavier Woods would not be able to be called Xavier Woods. He would probably be Austin Creed, which is his real name, or what was he in TNA? Consequences Creed.
Yeah. Kofi though he isn't keeping the Kingston part. It has like a new name. I didn't exactly. It was like a weird name to pronounce.
What? How can
Yeah.
he be Kof but no Kingston?
Yeah, if there's no Kingston, it's just Kofi with something something. But I just
How do
see
you
Kofi.
how do you feel about that?
Honestly, if I'm being real, I'm not going to call him the other part of his name. I'm just going to say Kofi because it literally says Kofi. So there is Kofi in it. It's just he's got another two parts to his name, and it's like it says initials like three of it, and I don't know. I hate when they do this type of stuff. Like I know why they do it. I'm just not a fan of it. But I'm gonna just call him Kofi. Like I'm not. I've always called him Kofi regardless. I never really said Kingston. But I always called him Kofi Kingston. Or I always called him Kofi. So like I'm not gonna be bothered by not calling him Kingston. Like I'll be fine with Kofi.
I'm not even. Hold on, wait. Kofi. Oops, I fucked up his name.
I thought the last part was like Messiah, some Messiah, like something like that. I might have said it wrong. I did not really look at the last part. I just seen Kofi and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm fine with it. As long as they call you Kofi or something.
Oh, it's not Messiah. It's Mensa. Kofi Sarkodie Mensa.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit harder to say. I'm not going to lie. So I'm just going to stick with coffee. I almost said coffee.
You know what's funny? When I was a little kid, my mom used to call him Coffee Creamer.
Gosh, I'm just a mess right now, man. Kofi.
Dude, so Kofi Mensa, huh?
That just sounds. I don't know how that sounds to me so far. I don't know.
I think it's nowhere near as good as Kingston.
I'm just gonna have to call him Kofi, bro. I'm not gonna call him anything else. I'm gonna be like, Kofi's here.
But I mean, I understand why. I understand why. But at the same time, it's just like, damn. But however, bro, I gotta say I'm proud of Kofi for leaving because his career, I don't think was gonna go any further.
Me either. He won that major title, and then that was it. After that, downfall.
And which I think the part that pisses me off about that, he never, ever, ever, ever went after the title again.
And
Like
Brock
when he
beat
lost
him
it, never.
instantly. Brock beat him instantly.
7 seconds.
Jump right on F5. 1, 2, 3. That was horrible. Like, I can't wait to see Kofi and Creed in AEW or TNA or wherever they go. It's got to be AEW. If it's not the trios match, it's going to be a tag team. Like they're coming together with AEW. Truthfully, I don't think TNA. Maybe Creed would go there, but I see AEW for sure.
You know what's breaking my heart, Joe?
What's up?
I just watched Jeff hit a major twist of fate. Here he is. He's going for well, he took a minute to rip off the damn shirt, but there he is going for the swanton. About time he makes it on the top rope. And I see the problem. He's taking forever in a fucking day. And goes for the swanton. I guess it was
Knees.
knees up.
And it was over.
1, 2.
Actually, no, it wasn't over then. It was when Jeff went for the twist of fate into a zigzag. That was clean. That was clean to end. I don't honestly, bro. The match was good, but you know what? I don't know what Nick does now. I really don't.
I mean, it just shouldn't have happened, you know?
Do you think though? Like, do you think we get the Hardys and the Nick or Hardys and the Nemitz main eventing lockdown just for the Hardys to retain? Lights go out, and the Wyatt Six appear
Dude, that would be fucking sick.
with the Righteous next to them.
That would save the Righteous's career.
Do you think that would be a holy shit moment?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it honestly would. And like I said, I believe it would save the Wyatt Six's career.
I'm curious if they do main event with the Hardys because there's no world title match. So, like, if you would be honest, it's probably going to be the tag team titles. If that is the main event, I'm debuting the Wyatt Six with the Righteous because they have been calling people. Apparently, they weren't on the show tonight, but I'm telling you, something's up. And even the Hardys said they're different, so there's something different about them. So they're gonna come out there and they're gonna have the Wyatt Six all with them, and it's gonna be a holy shit chant. I think that would help TNA, truthfully. They don't need to all go to AEW. Let them go to TNA. Because TNA does it's basically owned in a way by WWE at the moment. So, basically.
Huh. And this is just insane to me, bro. This is just absolutely insane to me.
What, the main event?
The main event and CM Punk's gym trainer says Punk is not on steroids. He's gotten significantly leaner, and when you get leaner, you look bigger. He's training in different ways. He's making almost newbie gains.
I told you he wasn't on anything.
So, I wasn't, you know, well, we don't got to point fingers, but, you know, I guess he is clean.
I already knew he was. He's straight edge. You thought he was bullshitting us on that? Maybe he bullshits a lot of other shit, but I don't think he bullshits straight edge.
Well, I can officially say that you were right.
What?
What?
He said I was right.
You were 100% right.
I'm the righteous. Get
Dude.
it?
Oh, I get it, but bro, I can't believe you called that shit.
Sometimes you gotta call it out, man. Sometimes you get one right, sometimes you get a lot of wrong.
What?
Yeah.
But no, you're not wrong. When you're right, bro. And you guess what? You were right.
But I'm feeling that gummy I ate.
Oh,
That's
hell
why
yeah.
I'm a little quiet over here in a way. Like my mind's just.
Oh, I'm noticing. And I think that's the fun for me is that the way you're just kind of sitting there chilling, bro. Like that's great. I watched the high kind of set in, and I was waiting for you to say something. But
Yeah, honestly.
unfortunately, I want to tell you something I ain't been able to tell you, and well, I don't know how many years of doing this together. I don't have any bud or wax or pen.
Damn, that's a first, literally.
Dude, it doesn't even feel right. And you know what the worst part is? Other than literally trying to smoke lavender. I don't know if you've actually ground up actual like lavender herb and tried to smoke that, but it's nasty.
No, I just had to deal with it, honestly. There was times I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna deal with it. I'll have shitty nights of sleep, but you know what? I'm gonna deal with it.
Well, unfortunately, right now I'm just dealing with it, and it sucks forever.
Yeah. You don't have at all, like any?
Nothing at all.
Damn. Well, you know what? You need to get yourself some as soon as you can.
Tomorrow.
Okay, well, you know what? At least it's tomorrow. You got one crappy night, and then you're leading into a happy Friday for crappy night
Yeah.
SmackDown.
And maybe SmackDown won't disappoint me, bro, because you see, when Jeff Hardy's on the TV, it's very simple. Jeff Hardy should win. Period. Like, if it was up to me, Jeff Hardy would have never lost one match in his entire career.
My
All
God.
right. But, bro, it's fine. TNA likes to play games. They like to play games, but that's okay.
So does WWE, man. But at least you get KO and CM Punk again face to face.
True. It just sucks I have to wait till Monday to see my tribal chief. All right, the greatest wrestler in all of time and space.
He'll probably make the show much better because Raw on Monday was ass.
Yeah, and unfortunately, LA Knight's not a megastar, but don't worry, Roman Reigns is.
He's a star, but I just didn't care about that promo like I did with the Roman LA. Just wait, when Roman's face to face on Monday, LA's gonna interrupt, and it'll be great again.
Yeah.
Ow!
But with that said, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.